Why must you be the bane of my existence?
I haven't a clue what you mean, dear Golex. I'm just offering your people a chance to cast off the oppressive yoke of subservience as well.
You're interfering with a delicate balance between my people and Swell. Coming to my tribe and making promises of autonomy will only upset the powder keg.
And just who let it get to that point to begin with? You Lithos do so much work for Zwell. From bodyguarding, to mining resources here in the lower lands, to even donating pieces of your own bodies for energy collection. What has Zwell done for you lately?
What could you possibly know about our situation? And what could you provide?
Possibilities, my rocky friend. A whole new world of possibilities for your people.
All you're doing is getting some petty revenge for perceived past slights.
I haven't a clue what you mean. I'm sure that if Zwell didn't want the Penguin Union involved in this matter, they would have mentioned it during negotiations between our countries. As it was, they felt it necessary to keep it from us. Now that's not very friendly, is it? We don't keep such secrets from our allies.
Prince Cassius and I will be heading there soon, General. I don't want to see my people dragged into any infighting between now and then. Let this be a warning.
Oh, Golex, you haven't a thing to hold against me. This isn't going to be resolved in some pathetic one-on-one combat like in the old days. I already have some of your tribe on my side. Let that be a warning. Disconnect him. I have an animated review, folks, so I expect you'll be able to keep things copacetic while I'm gone from the bridge. Good. Anyway, my people await me. Hiya! Welcome back to your favorite anime review series, if you're me, Otaku Evolution! I'm Mike, Penguin Truth, and please like and subscribe. Let's talk a little bit about the man, the legend, Shotaro Ishinomori. Some years ago, we took a look at the torturous tragedy-born Kakaider the Animation and Kakaider 01. There was some good material in those titles, mostly involving Kakaider, who was pretty boss, but overall it didn't do much for me. Anyway, Kakaider was a creation of Ishinomori, who also created legendary tokusatsu character Kamen Rider, as well as Super Sentai. He was a mega figure in the history of Japanese pop culture, whose impact is still felt today. I could go on for a while about his labors. Him having worked with Osamu Tezuka, penned a Legend of Zelda comic for Nintendo Power magazine, and inspired mangaka like Hirohiko Araki. But the relevant thing to this video is that in 1964, he created what may have been the first Japanese super team in Cyborg 009. The manga ran in various publications until 1981 and was adapted into various anime over the years. In 1968, there was a television series that ran for 26 episodes. There was another series in 1979 that ran for 50. There was even a movie where our cyborg heroes went into space in 1980. It was pretty out there. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about 2001's 51 episode Cyborg 009, The Cyborg Soldier. This was the series that, having been dubbed by animes, aired on Cartoon Network's Toonami programming block in 2003. But what, you ask, is Cyborg 009 about? Well, it's about 20 episodes longer than necessary. But as for a synopsis, 9 cyborgs made from captured people awaken in the laboratories of the evil organization Black Ghost and team up to escape and continue evading the enemy. They run afoul of other cyborgs in the 00 program, each with their own special abilities, just like them, and find themselves wrestling with their own humanity and their pasts in the meantime. The focus is generally on the titular Cyborg 009, Joe, who is arguably the most powerful of the cyborgs and has an advanced acceleration mode that allows him to go super fast. But there is also 001, a baby with psychic and psychokinetic abilities, 002, who can fly, 003 with advanced enemy detection skills, 004 whose body is made up of several weapons, 005 with enormous super strength, 006 who can breathe fire and uses it to tunnel underground, 007 who can transform into different things, and 008 with his superior swimming skills. They're joined in their journey by Professor Gilmore, a scientist for black ghosts who turned against them. The first handful of episodes see them fighting threats like the 0010 twins and the tragically torn 0013, before it goes on to episodes that generally feature an individual cyborg, like the one that depicts 003's past as a ballet dancer, who made the grade in her troupe only to be kidnapped by Black Ghost. There's a two-parter involving 008 and Black Ghost's plan to foment civil war in an African nation. It's a non-stop flurry of events that we generally get few real cooldown moments in, though they do exist.
The lessons were very difficult, but I didn't mind it because I knew that I was getting better every day. That was such a wonderful time in my life. Back then, I really felt that tomorrow would be a better day. I had my whole life ahead of me, I could do whatever I wanted and be whatever I wanted to be. But that dream has been destroyed.
Eventually, there is a reckoning with Black Ghost himself, the leader of the organization, in his headquarters, over a dozen episodes in, where our cyborg heroes overwhelm their enemies, only to themselves be trapped. 009 1v1s with Black Ghost, but it doesn't really go so well, and Professor Gilmore needs to step in to turn the tide. Black Ghost is seemingly defeated, but with the show being 51 episodes, you just know he'll return. And naturally, he does return, but that's several episodes later. And in the meantime, there's the battle with the Greek gods arc, the alien invaders that the cyborgs teach the lesson that violence is sometimes necessary, and a lot of weird standalones that I'll get into in the next video. Let's get back to Black Ghost. He's not a very good boss, by the way. Dude, you need to emphasize rewards, not punishment. You're never gonna get any world's greatest boss mugs with that attitude.
Black Ghost, I'm so sorry.
You failed me not once, but twice, Commander Farage.
Oh no, Black Ghost. Please give me one more chance. I swear I'll succeed this time for you. Give me another chance, please.
No more chances. You must pay for failing me.
Black Ghost's forces come back gradually after their first defeat, really hitting hard again with a pack of psychic fighters under the auspices of 001's nefarious father, Dr. Isaac Whiskey, Azimuth in the dub, who turn out to be time travelers as well. They are difficult, almost impossibly powerful opponents for our cyborg heroes, but end up having their own weaknesses. And Dr. Whiskey ends up proving what an awful scientist and bad person he really is, not to mention an epically bad father, in the same vein as Shao Tucker. The Black Ghost organization is nothing if not thorough and insidious, turning former friends into foes, even if just to traumatize the cyborgs. This comes into play when Joe runs into some of his friends from his orphanage days, who were transformed into killing machines just to catch him in a trap. I don't need to tell you the details, but needless to say, it all ends in tears. Black Ghost's most effective tactic is freeing oppressed peoples, only to then overtake them and become their new oppressors with the help of the desperate population. You know, new boss same as the old boss? This is their final gamble in the show with the Underground Kingdom Yomi arc. Black Ghost himself once again appears, working with a man named Van Bagoot, a reclusive wealthy industrialist who has the secret Yomi Kingdom in his grip. But even this is only part of the Black Ghost organization's greater plan. I don't want to spoil everything, but as always, there's plenty of tragedy. Unlike Kakaider the animation, however, there's a sense of triumph and goodwill in this series that keeps it from wallowing in its own self-pity. I'll get more into it in the next video. I wanted to focus on the fight with Black Ghost first, because it takes up the majority of the series, but isn't the entire thing. It seems like Black Ghost has its hands in many devious plots throughout the world and time. They're ostensibly worldwide arms merchants, selling to all sides of conflicts for profit and pleasure, but there's always something just a little bigger on the horizon. On one occasion, the cyborgs find themselves in a future where Black Ghost has all but annihilated humanity, and the intelligences behind the organization rightly muse that Black Ghost will exist as long as humanity does, because there will always be a desire for it to. Again, I won't spoil the finale, but it's worth watching if you can. Discotek put this out on SD Blu-ray, though it's often sold out at online retailers. In the next video, I'll take a look at the Mythos arc, some of my favorite singular one-and-dones, and the incomplete God's War storyline. Then I'll give a bit of a wrap-up for the series. I'll be using acceleration mode to get to part 2. Until then, see ya!
Did you see that? A shooting star. So did you wish for anything?
No, nothing. I guess I should have. Seems like the right thing to do would have been to wish for peace. But considering that I'm getting ready for a big fight tomorrow, wishing for peace would be inappropriate.
I think I'd wish for the battle to turn out well if I saw another shooting star, and that we'd all come out all right. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, not a thing.